Behind a friendly facade, a darkness festered. Nannie Doss, the Giggling Granny, hid a chilling secret beneath her cheerful demeanour. Her story is a terrifying reminder that evil often wears a pleasant mask. Doss was a seemingly ordinary woman, known for her sweet smile and infectious laughter, but her geniality hid a sinister truth, a propensity for murder that would claim the lives of 11 victims. Born in 1905, Nannie Doss's life seemed tragically ordinary. Few could have predicted that this seemingly unremarkable woman would become one of America's most notorious female serial killers. Her story is a chilling reminder that evil often lurks beneath the surface, hidden in plain sight. Her weapon of choice? Arsenic. A simple, tasteless poison, it became her instrument of death, a tool she used to eliminate those who stood in her way or simply displeased her. Her motives, as twisted as they were, often revolved around money, loneliness, or the thrill of control. Over 2 decades, Nannie Doss weaved a macabre tapestry of deceit, leaving behind a trail of grief and unanswered questions. Her victims, mostly family members, trusted her implicitly, making her betrayal all the more shocking. Their deaths, often attributed to natural causes, masked her dark secret, allowing her to continue her spree unchecked. Nannie Doss's life was a whirlwind of fleeting romances and mysterious deaths. She was married 5 times, with most of her husbands meeting untimely ends. Her first marriage, to a man named Charlie Braggs, ended tragically when 4 of their children died under suspicious circumstances. Was this the beginning of her murderous spree, a sign of the darkness that lurked within? Her second marriage, to Frank Harrelson, followed a similar pattern. He died mysteriously after just a few years of marriage. Again, whispers of foul play circulated, but no concrete evidence emerged. Nannie, ever the grieving widow, moved on, her charm attracting a new suitor. Arlie Lanning, her third husband, met a gruesome end, succumbing to poison just like her previous husband. However, this time suspicion fell upon Nannie. The authorities, however, were unable to gather sufficient evidence to convict her. Undeterred, she continued her search for companionship, her past seemingly forgotten. Her 4th marriage, to Richard L. Morton, ended abruptly when he died under mysterious circumstances. Nannie's pattern of marrying and losing husbands began to raise eyebrows. Her neighbours whispered about her being a black widow, a woman who brought death to those who loved her. Nannie Doss's reign of terror extended beyond her husbands. Her own family members weren't spared from her deadly intentions. Her mother, 2 sisters, a grandson, and even a mother-in-law all met their demise at her hands. Each death, shrouded in suspicion, added to the growing legend of the Giggling Granny. Her preferred method of dispatch was poison, usually arsenic. She laced her victims' food or drink with the deadly substance, watching with cold detachment as they succumbed to its effects. The deaths were often agonizing, but Nannie remained unmoved, her heart untouched by remorse or guilt. Her motive, it seemed, was a morbid combination of greed, boredom, and a perverse desire for control. She craved attention and excitement, and the deaths of those around her provided a twisted form of entertainment. Her laughter, once a sign of joy, now seemed chilling, a macabre soundtrack to her gruesome deeds. Despite the mounting body count, Nannie Doss remained elusive. Her unassuming demeanour and the fact that many of her victims were elderly or in poor health helped to deflect suspicion. The authorities, unaware of the true extent of her crimes, failed to connect the dots, allowing her to continue her reign of terror unabated. Nannie Doss's reign of terror finally came to an end in 1954 when her 5th husband, Samuel Doss, died just hours after their wedding. His death, unlike the others, raised immediate red flags. The attending physician, suspicious of the circumstances, ordered an autopsy. The results were shocking. Samuel Doss had been poisoned with a massive dose of arsenic. The authorities finally had their breakthrough. Faced with irrefutable evidence, Nannie Doss confessed to her crimes. Her confession, delivered with a chilling matter-of-factness, sent shockwaves through the nation. The Giggling Granny, the seemingly harmless old woman, was unmasked as a cold-blooded killer. Nannie Doss's trial was a media sensation. The public, both horrified and fascinated, couldn't get enough of the Giggling Granny's story. Her cheerful demeanour in the face of overwhelming evidence only added to the intrigue. How could someone so seemingly normal be capable of such unspeakable acts? In the end, Nannie Doss pleaded guilty to 11 counts of murder and was sentenced to life in prison. She died behind bars in 1965, her legacy forever tarnished by the shadow of her crimes. The Giggling Granny's reign of terror was over, but the memory of her heinous acts continues to haunt the annals of criminal history. Nannie Doss's crimes left an indelible mark on her family and society. Her surviving relatives, forever scarred by her betrayal, struggled to come to terms with the knowledge that their own flesh and blood could be capable of such evil. The trust that once bound them had been shattered, replaced by suspicion and fear. Her case also highlighted the vulnerabilities of a society grappling with the complexities of domestic violence and the hidden nature of spousal abuse. Nannie Doss's victims, often isolated and silenced by their circumstances, became cautionary tales, reminders that evil can lurk even in the most unexpected places. The Giggling Granny's story serves as a chilling reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Her ability to maintain a facade of normalcy while committing heinous acts challenges our perceptions of good and evil. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that monsters don't always lurk in the shadows. Sometimes they smile at us from across the dinner table. Nannie Doss's legacy is a dark stain on the fabric of American history, a stark reminder of the human capacity for cruelty and deceit. Her story continues to fascinate and horrify, ensuring that the Giggling Granny's chilling laughter will echo through the corridors of true crime lore for generations to come.